or Krzyzewski. You can do that. Éclaircissement.
Is that, obviously, that's French.
I don't know. I've never heard it. I don't know what it means. A French ice cream treat, maybe.
Do you think it's like an eclair? Like a chocolate eclair? Wow. Welcome to PTI, boys and girls. In today's episode, the Oilers advance, the Yankees visit the Dodgers, and Justin Fields, who was once your boy, says he can be great with the Jets. But we begin today with the Knicks decisively beating the Pacers last night to stave off elimination and extend their series to at least Game 6. Wilbon, you were there to see the Knicks hold the Pacers to under 100 points for the first time in these playoffs. Is this just one win for the Knicks, or is it something for Indiana to be concerned about?
Oh, Indiana had better be concerned, Tony, because it's the way the Knicks went about it. The Knicks diverted from the previous plan of games, 3 of which they'd lost, 3 of 4, and they found some new things. They planned it out and they executed it. They jumped Tyrese Haliburton from the opening tip in the backcourt, and they did to him sort of a minor league version of what OKC's defense did to Ant-Man. They got all over Haliburton. They made it so that when he got to midcourt, when he got across the timeline, as we used to call it, he had 17 seconds, sometimes 16 seconds left in the shot clock, as opposed to the Pacers getting up shots within the first 12 seconds. They forced him to go side to side for the court and not straight line. And he's not Barry Sanders. That's not his game. He's got to get the ball, go north-south, and get them involved quickly. Ball in the basket. That's what the Pacers do. Right. The Knicks didn't let him. And defensively also, Jalen Brunson, who the Pacers had targeted in the first 4 games of the series, Jalen Brunson got after it last night, and he was actually effective against whoever was trying to attack him, and allowed only 21% of those matchups to result in baskets, as opposed to more than 60% in the previous games. So no, the Knicks did a lot more defensively than they'd done early.
Look at you, Mr. Analytics, getting those stats, those next-gen stats. Look at you. Okay, I had everything right. Everything. I had Edmonton winning last night. I had Oklahoma and Florida winning the night before, and I said to you the only series of the 4 that I thought could or would go 6 was the Knicks and the Pacers. And then I said to you, if you ask me why I like the Knicks in this game, I would say Jalen Brunson. And Jalen Brunson went out. He scored 32 points. He had 14 in the first quarter when the Knicks established themselves and took the lead. He shot 12 for 18 for the field, 4 of 7 from 3. The only thing I missed out on were Brunson's minutes. I said he was going to play 44 or 45, but the Knicks were ahead by 17 at the end of the third quarter, so he did not have to play 44 or 45. Do I think that the Knicks can win this series? Sure I do. I think Indiana has been a little bit better. All those other teams were decisively better. Indiana has been a little bit better. Now, it is also very tough. When you have lost 3 of the original 4 to come back and win the next 3, it's very tough to do. And I expect Tyrese Haliburton to be better in Indiana because, Mike, 8 points, right? And only 7 shots. That's an Ant-Man game. That's the right analogy. That doesn't work at all. Doesn't work.
No, but he's going to have to be better. But, Tony, only the icons are great for like 3-4 games in a row in series. No, the nature, the rhyme, and the rhythm of playoff basketball is up and down. Yeah. First you, then him. So the question now is, what is Rick Carlisle going to do? And I bet he has something up his sleeve to free Haliburton. That's what he's got to be. Free Haliburton. And I'm not talking about his father. I'm talking about actually Tyrese, not John.
Let's move to hockey. Edmonton eliminated Dallas last night, chasing the Dallas goalie early and eventually winning 6-3. Edmonton was up 3-0. Dallas cut it to 3-2, and then Connor McDavid did what Connor McDavid does. Wilbon, you were jacked about that goal. How did the Oilers look to you?
Tony, they look like a team that belongs now. I mean, I've been, rooting for them for a few years now, like I do Toronto.
Yep.
One is made and one is not. But, Edmonton breaks through this because they have the best player in the world, Connor McDavid. And that goal, I mean, when you see Dallas score twice to get it to 3-2. And they're at home and people are going wild. And you know, Edmonton, you wonder if people really believe in Skinner in goal anyway. And you're like, uh-oh, can they bring this back and make Tony Kornheiser wrong and make this a series of 6 or 7 gamer as well? Maybe.
No.
And then Connor McDavid. Tony, it's the speed, but it's what he does with the speed with the puck. And he's somehow able with a guy on his back to hold him off and then deke and make the move at full speed without slowing down, without having to gather. He's just so spectacular to watch. I want to watch him more. I want to watch him all the time. And so now we're going to get the finals that we should get. Yeah.
Absolutely.
They look like
the best
they
two teams in the
Absolutely.
Yeah. Let's put this in some sort of perspective. Dallas won game 1 when they got 5 goals in the third period at home against Edmonton. From that point on, Edmonton won 4 games in a row and outscored Dallas 19-5. That differential is even greater than Florida's differential against Carolina, which I believe was 21-10. Edmonton, I think I'm right on this, lost the first 2 playoff games they played this year to the Kings. Since then, they are 12-2, and they have outscored in those games. They have outscored their opponents by 25 goals, right? I mean, I know that PK Subban was concerned the other day when we chatted with him about the loss of Zach Hyman and what that would do to Edmonton. But it looks like Edmonton right now is rolling. I thought the weirdest thing was they pulled the goalie, Jake Ottinger. Do I have that name right? Like they pulled him almost immediately.
Got rid of Ottinger.
He
just dumped him.
2 shots, 2 goals. You have to hear this quote. This is the quote from Peter DeBoer. That was Hasta la Vista for him. Quote, I didn't blame it all on Jake, but the reality is if you go back to last year's playoff, he's lost, not the team, 6 or 7 games to Edmonton. If you give up 2 goals on 2 shots, that's a pretty big sample size. That's a Terry Bradshaw quote. That is saying to your goalie,
so don't
get out of here.
What are you doing then?
Wow.
I mean, make a change before you walk out of the dressing room. Wow, that was a wow. He did blame him. He can say, I didn't blame him, but I blame him.
I blame him. That's right. Yeah.
And now to baseball, where we have a World Series level matchup that begins tonight. The Yankees visit the Dodgers for 3 at Chavez Ravine. Don't hear anybody call it that anymore, not even in LA, but I love that. It'll be the first time the 2 teams have met since the Dodgers won the Fall Classic last year in 5, and the only time they'll meet in the regular season this season. Both teams are loaded with stars. Both teams lead their divisions. Tony, do you see this midseason set as big deal, little deal, or no deal?
How big do you want me to go? Historically, these are the 2 most important franchises ever in baseball. As you said, they were in the World Series last year. They lead their divisions at the moment. I think they have scored the 2nd and 3rd most runs. They've got the 2 biggest stars in the game in Shohei Ohtani and Aaron Judge. And they've got 4 other MVPs on the field, total of 6. They got Freeman is an MVP, Mookie Betts is an MVP, Cody Bellinger is an MVP, Paul Goldschmidt is an MVP. Anybody who cares about baseball, I think they want to see that. The only thing that keeps me from saying that it's a huge deal is where it falls on the calendar, because it's still May and there's 100 games left, right? But let's drill down on some of the accomplishments of these players. Max Fried is going to start for the Yankees. He's 7-0. He leads the entire world in ERA, 129. Ohtani leads the majors in home runs. Judge leads the majors in batting average. Freeman is next. Goldschmidt is 4th. The catcher on the Dodgers, Will Smith, is 5th. On Sunday, Yamamoto's going out there for the Dodgers. His ERA is 1.97. I don't know what else you could ask for. I know you would ask for the Cubs. I understand that. But the rest of us will love to watch this series.
I might watch it, but it's no deal. There's no deal. It doesn't matter. It's great. It's glamorous. You are absolutely right about those players and watching them. By the way, if this was an NBA game and it had this many glamorous players, guys into the Hall of Fame, and it was played in early December, you would say it doesn't matter. There's 100 more games. oh, wait, there aren't 100 more games in that sport, but there are 100 more games in this sport. So it's no deal. It doesn't matter worth the damn to the standings or what's going to happen in October, when it would be a big deal if they meet again. But all those guys, they do matter.
It's
and by
a
the way,
joyful occurrence in the schedule.
It is.
Joyful,
by the way,
and it's compelling. Go ahead.
You said it's the two most important franchises in baseball, and I'm
historically.
I'm reluctant to bring this up, and I'm gonna do this. Maybe reality can help us with this. Haven't the Cardinals won more World Series than the Dodgers in the National League?
Yes.
I think they have.
I didn't. Okay, but I would say historically, because one is the franchise of Babe Ruth and one is the franchise of Jackie Robinson.
I was
and so I would say historically.
That was the only counter I was going to let go.
Thank you.
Only one.
There you go. What do you think? You think I have no notes here? You think I'm dumb? What? Let's take a break. It's time to flex our lexicon. What's first?
Junior Camanero's 6 RBI performance for the Rays last night must have felt blank to him.
My word is eh. You know, I know 6 RBI is great. And he was 3 for 6. He had a single. He had a double. He had a home run. His team beat the Astros 13-3. So he beat them all by himself. But he's had a greater performance than this. Do you remember him from the Dominican World Series? This was the guy in the final game of the Dominican World Series. The score is tied. It's the top of the 9th inning. He hits a ball like 456 feet. All right, and ultimately proves to be the game winner. And he celebrates it by taking a full minute to round the bases. He shakes everybody's hand like he's running for office. A full minute. I mean, it's you said at that time it was the coolest thing you ever saw. So I'm assuming now that your memory is jogged, you're going to say it again.
Yes. And my word for what he did, the 6 RBIs, is just aight. It's aight. And I mean, you know, there was no such celebration to accompany it. The bad thing is this kid plays in Tampa. I'm never going to see him. I'm never going to see this kid play. When I say kid, he's 21 years old. He may be baseball's Lamine Yamal. He may be that. He's like the best hitting third baseman in the American League. Home run, slugging, RBI. He seems to be on the verge of stardom. And I'm never going to see him playing for Tampa. Maybe if they put him on the Dodgers or the Yankees, somebody can make room and I can actually see him. In the meantime, it's all aight.
Maybe the Cubs could trade for him and then you'd see him all the time.
We need a third. I'll take him.
Talking about him.
I'll take him.
What's next?
When Justin Fields says he can be great with the Jets, he sounds blank.
My word is, it's 3 words, like Aaron Rodgers. Justin Fields said yesterday, here's a quote, "The sky's the limit for this team and this offense." And he says he can be great there. And then he concedes, it's another quote, "We do have a long way to go." You think? The Jets were 5-12 last year. The last time the Jets were in the playoffs was 2010. They have had 1 winning season since then, and every quarterback they get is anointed as the next savior. Sam Darnold, Zach Wilson, and then Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers really believed that he could take the Jets to the Super Bowl. How did that work out? It didn't happen.
Yeah.
So I'm going to wish Justin Fields a lot of luck and hope he doesn't end up chewing on bark.
Yeah, we're going to agree down the line on this one. You know, I still love Justin Fields, even though he's not wearing, you know, the midnight and orange. I root for him. But he sounds uninitiated when he says this, as if he doesn't realize the Jets actually don't play in the Premier League or shouldn't. They should have been relegated. And while he's played in a place where quarterback means even less than quarterback means with the Jets, he plays at a place where they're just more forlorn. They've been wandering through the desert for longer. He said we're not far. I mean, we're sort of far away. Far away is California, walking it from New York. So he sounds uninitiated. It's hard for me. I can't root. With all apologies to you and Greeny, my 2 favorite Jets fans. I can't do it. I just can't do it.
I get it. That's the final word. Let's take one last break, but still to come. Has Patrick Mahomes really ruled out playing flag football in the Olympics?
Yeah. Somebody will rule it out for him with sense. Who should win tomorrow's Champions League final? Huh? No Lamine Yamal in that.
Happy 35th birthday, Zach Wheeler. The veteran right-hander is half of the Phillies' 1-2 starting punch alongside Aaron Nola. But Wheeler is carrying most of the load this season as Nola is 1-7 with a 6.16 ERA. Wheeler has been joined at the top of the rotation by Jesus Luzardo and Ranger Suarez, who are 9-0 combined. Wheeler is in his 11th season in the Bigs, his 6th in Philadelphia. This year he's 6-2 with a 2.96 ERA and the second lowest whip in the National League. While in Philadelphia, Wheeler is 65-34 with a 2.94 ERA. Prior to Philadelphia, Wheeler was 44-38 with the Mets. Wheeler's made 2 All-Star teams and twice finished second in the Cy Young.
The Phillies are a team I can work up a pretty good hatred for, Tony, and they're worthy of it. I mean, they might be the best team right now. With all the slurpage of the Dodgers, I get it. But the Phillies look to be just as good, if not better.
Solid playoff team for years now. A not-so-happy anniversary, Jim Tressel. On this day 14 years ago, Tressel was forced to resign as Ohio State's football coach after several NCAA violations as a result of a tattoo parlor scandal proved too much for school officials to ignore. This seems so quaint now in the era of cash payments to players. Tressel's teams played in 3 BCS national championship games, won the title in 2002 with a 14-0 record. Tressel's 229 victories at Youngstown State and Ohio State ranked just ahead of Steve Spurrier and not far behind Bo Schembechler and Woody Hayes. Tressel later became president of Youngstown State, and he's currently the lieutenant governor of Ohio.
Yeah, tattoo that, huh? I like Tressel on the sideline because he would wear nice cashmere and merino vests. I like that look out of Tressel. All these scandals that relate at one point to texting or tattoos, how stupid does that seem now? People are going to look back at history and say, this guy lost his job for what?
Yeah. Tressel, by the way, contemplating a run for governor. Happy trails to recovery for Jonathan Toews. The longtime Blackhawks star captain told his agent he's ready to return to hockey after stepping away for 2 seasons while battling long COVID. Toews has won 3 Stanley Cups, 2 Olympic gold medals, and was named one of the NHL's top 100 players from the league's first 100 years. 37-year-old is a free agent, can speak to any of the league's 32 teams immediately. Wilbon, I bet you have one in mind.
I do, Tony. He's been the captain for a long time. I don't know if that's in the cards in a rebuild like the Blackhawks are undergoing, may not be, but Toews and Kane. I mean, Kane got more shine because of he's just more spectacular player. But Toews, man, these are all-time greats. All-time great partnership.
One correction, éclaircissement is not a word that means ice cream treat, though it should.
Oh,
it means a clearing up of something obscure. Come on, Wilbon, be better.
By the way, this is probably my last show at the Seaport in New York, Tony. The last one. I probably did 100 shows here. What was your favorite memory of the Seaport era?
Don't have any, really. I don't know much about it. I think I did 2 shows. Let's go to the big finish. Chris Sale reached 2,500 strikeouts in fewer innings than anyone in history. I'll bet you're impressed.
Yeah, by anyone, that list includes Nolan Ryan. That's all that matters. Nolan Ryan.
Right.
Mike Trout returns tonight for the Angels. Is that still a big deal?
I hope so. He has been robbed of his greatness by injuries. Robbed, great player. Patrick Mahomes says he will likely leave Olympic flag football to younger players. Does that make sense to you?
I know the NFL players all want this to be a big deal to everybody. Sorry, it's not. Football's a big deal. Tackle, football, not flag. That's something my kid plays. The Eagles are reportedly close to trading edge rusher Bryce Huff to the Niners for a mid-round draft choice. Is that significant?
It would reunite him with Robert Saleh, who he played for with the Jets, and he was quite good. Last one, Champions League final tomorrow. PSG and Inter Milan. Who you got?
I got PSG, Tone. They got rid of a lot of their stars like Mbappe. If they win, they never won. They win without those guys. Pretty big deal. Pretty special.
We're out of time. We will try and do better the next time. I am Tony Kornheiser.
And I'm Mike Wilbon. Have a great weekend, knuckleheads.
What's your favorite team? Comment below, and if you liked the video, please leave a like. This really helps the channel grow and brings you even more content. Oh, and if you're not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Click the subscribe button and activate the bell to receive all notifications. With each game, we notice that the NBA is getting more competitive every day, and all the teams are looking for reinforcements to win the championship. And only here can you follow your favorite team daily with incredible content from different sources. Here on the channel, there are new videos every day with analysis, curiosities, and the best moments in basketball. That's it for today, folks. Thanks for following along. The NBA doesn't stop, and neither do we. Until the next video. NBA, the passion that connects us.